Rebekah came to the well. She carried a water jar on her shoulder. The servant ran to meet her and said, "Please, may I have a little water from your jar?" Rebekah smiled kindly and said, "Of course. Drink, my lord." Abraham was now a very old man, and God had truly blessed him in every way. His son Isaac had grown into a kind, strong young man who loved God, just as his father did. But there was one thing still missing. Isaac needed a wife, and Abraham wanted to make sure she was someone who also loved God. One day, Abraham called for his most trusted servant, a wise, loyal man who had served him for many years, and instructed him to find a wife for Isaac, not from the Canaanite people around them, but from his hometown. The servant bowed respectfully and said, "But what if the woman refuses to come back with me? Should I take Isaac there?" Abraham shook his head. "No, God has promised that this land will belong to my family. The angel of the Most High will go with you and help you find the right wife for Isaac." So the servant made the promise, gathered gifts, and prepared for a long journey. The servant took 10 camels loaded with gifts and began the long trip across the hot desert to Nahor's city, Abraham's homeland. After many days, he arrived at a well just outside the city. It was evening, and the women were coming out to draw water. The servant prayed quietly, "The God of my master Abraham, please help me find the right woman. When I ask a young woman for a drink, if she also offers to give water to my camels, then I'll know she is the one you've chosen for Isaac." Just as he finished praying, a beautiful young woman named Rebekah came to the well. She carried a water jar on her shoulder. The servant ran to meet her and said, "Please, may I have a little water from your jar?" Rebekah smiled kindly and said, "Of course. Drink, my lord." Then she quickly added, "I'll also draw water for your camels until they have had enough." She hurried to the well, filling her jar again and again, watering all 10 camels. The servant watched closely, his heart filled with joy. His prayer had been answered. When the camels finished drinking, the servant gave Rebekah a gold nose ring and 2 bracelets. He asked, "Whose daughter are you? Is there room in your father's house for us to stay the night?" Rebekah replied, "I'm the daughter of Bethuel, son of Nahor." The servant bowed his head and thanked God. Rebekah ran home to tell her family about the man at the well. Her brother Laban came out to greet him. They invited the servant inside, gave food to his camels, and set food before him. But the servant said, "I will not eat until I tell you why I've come." He told them the whole story, how Abraham sent him, how he prayed, and how God answered his prayer by sending Rebekah. Laban and Bethuel said, "This is from the true God. Take Rebekah and go. Let her become the wife of your master's son." The next morning, Rebekah agreed to go with Abraham's servant. So Rebekah and her nurse rode on camels with Abraham's servant, heading back through the desert toward Canaan. One evening, as they neared home, Isaac was out in the field meditating and praying. He looked up and saw the camels coming. Rebekah also looked up and saw Isaac. She quickly covered her face with a veil, as was custom for brides. The servant told Isaac everything that had happened, every prayer, every sign, every blessing. Isaac smiled, thankful that God had guided it all. Then Isaac took Rebekah as his wife, and he loved her deeply. She comforted him after the loss of his mother, Sarah. So, what have we learned? God showed once again that he always guides those who trust in him. Abraham's servant prayed for help, and God answered. This teaches us that God listens to sincere prayers. Are there other lessons you learned? Kindly drop them in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, follow, or subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so you get to see new episodes as they get released.